The Last of the 20 by Joseph N. Wdowski. A very different day. Miller woke up the most refreshed he had been since not just leaving the shelter, but for his entire life. He came to the conclusion that home-cooked meals were light years ahead of his protein ration bars. Julius had set him up in one of the second-floor hotel rooms. He had never slept in such a comfortable bed with clean Egyptian cotton sheets. Not wanting to dirty the bed, he had taken off his uniform and draped it over a chair. It was the first time he hadn't slept in his uniform since he emerged from the shelter days ago. Looking over to the chair, he saw that his uniform was missing. It was then he smelled something wonderful when a knock came to his hotel room door. Enter. Nora walked in with a bamboo wood tray with short legs. She closed the door behind her and walked towards Miller, who sat up in his bed. His lack of modesty allowed Nora to glance at his physique. His undershirt was tight enough to show off his muscular chest and biceps. She placed the tray before him, still looking at his chest and arms. Upon the tray was a cup of coffee and a plate with a silver dome-shaped cover over it. "I thought you would enjoy breakfast in bed." Breakfast in bed. Miller was confused by the concept. She lifted the cover, revealing 2 eggs once over lightly, and 4 strips of bacon. 2 sugar packs were next to the cup of coffee and a small cup of milk. "I was not sure how you like your coffee, so I have everything you need for it." It was then another knock came to the door. Miller called out to enter, and this time Anna entered, also holding a wood tray with short legs. Upon it was also a cup of coffee and a plate with a silver dome cover. Nora turned to Anna and smiled. "I already made him breakfast." "So you did." Anna seemed annoyed. "You should have gotten up earlier." Nora gave her older sister a teasing jab. "I'll bring this to Dad." Anna responded. "Thank you though, Anna." Miller called out to her before she left the room. Anna turned and smiled at Miller. "I'll get up earlier next time." Nora turned her attention back to Miller. "So, how do you like your coffee?" Miller replied, "I don't know. I have never had coffee before." "In that case, I would recommend at least 1 sugar and the milk. My dad said in New York they would call that a regular coffee." She laughed as she said it with a New York accent. "A regular coffee." Miller parroted her New York pronunciation as he took a sip. "I guess I like my coffee regular." He smiled at the attractive young woman. Nora laughed some more. Another knock came to his door. Miller called out to enter and turned to Nora. "Is every morning so busy here?" Tina walked in and seemed a bit upset that Nora was in the room. She was not carrying a tray of food, but instead Miller's uniform. Tina placed the cleaned and pressed uniform back on the chair near the bed. "From the condition of your clothes we're in, I recommend you give me your undergarments to clean too." "Oh, and a hot shower would be advisable." Nora laughed and nodded in agreement with Tina. "Everything works in a hotel. Your bathroom has hot water and all the soaps and shampoos you need. There's a shaving kit in there too." She reached down and gently felt his beard with her hand, "although I like the beard." "Me too. It is very manly." Tina agreed. "Yet, a trim would make it look nicer." "Yes, it would be much nicer." Nora said, "I'll get you an electric razor so you can trim it. The hotel shop has some. You enjoy your breakfast and I will be back with it and to take your tray." "You are all too kind to me." Miller felt a bit embarrassed by all their attention. Nora broadly smiled as she and Tina left the room. "I'll be back. Enjoy your breakfast in bed." Tina popped her head back into the room before they closed his door. "Just stick your undergarments at the end of the bed. I'll take them while you are in the shower to throw them into the washing machine. There are large bath towels in the bathroom you can wrap yourself in until I finish your laundry." Tina giggled as she closed his door. Enjoying his regular coffee, the eggs and the bacon, He realized that in the shelter they had never been given an education about religion or faith. He was wondering the little he did know about religion, that if there was a heaven, it would or should be like this, at least for a man. When he emerged from the bathroom, he wore a large towel around his waist. He felt refreshed from the hot shower and had taken his time to properly trim his beard, as the girls had recommended. A knock came to his door. Enter. Tina walked in with clean undergarments. She turned a little red, seeing Miller bare-chested. Not taking her eyes off Miller's naked chest, she went to place the clean undergarments on the edge of his bed. Her eyes affixed to his body, she almost missed the bed when she put down the clothes. A little rattled, she informed him, "Your things are still in the dryer, but I found your size in our hotel shop. I got you 2 pairs of each along with 2 pairs of new socks." Not understanding why Tina was turning apple red, he thanked her. It would be good to have a change of skivvies. Just before Miller was about to drop his towel to get dressed, Tina, avoiding looking at Miller, ran to the door. "Meet you downstairs." She quickly shut the door on her way out, to give Miller his privacy to dress. Back in his uniform, Miller entered the hotel lounge. 124 and the entire Branch family were there. Julius was cleaning one of their rifles with Tina. Anna was at a sewing machine, repairing some clothes, while Nora was reading a book on electrical repairs. Wow! Each of the girls responded when Miller walked in his clean and pressed uniform and trimmed beard. "You clean up much nicer than I thought you would." Anna stopped sewing, standing and looking over Miller from top to bottom. Nora put her book down and did the same. "Well, big difference when you are all spit and shined." Julius chimed in. "Reminds me when I was your age in my dress blues." Still think he looks better in only a towel. The rest of the family turned to Tina, shocked by her comment. "Did I say that out loud?" Tina embarrassedly said, "Yes, you did." Nora answered, still shocked by her younger sister's outburst. "I want to thank all of you for your kindness." Miller tried to change the subject, turning his attention to Tina. "Thank you for washing my clothes." Tina blushed. He then turned to Nora. "Thank you so much for the breakfast in bed with regular coffee." Nora lightly laughed. "Where were you able to get fresh eggs, milk, and bacon?" "We got the eggs from chickens, the bacon from a pig, and the milk from a cow." Tina explained as if it was a silly question. 124 added, "If you had your helmet on, you would know they have livestock in the back." Miller turned to 124. "Why didn't you report that to me?" "You said mutants, bears, and anything that could be dangerous. I didn't think you considered a cow, a couple of pigs, and chickens as a threat." The robot defended himself. "Good point." Miller admitted to the robot. He then turned his attention back to the Branch family. "I guess we should be going." "Why?" Julius asked. "You are welcome to stay with us." "Oh, yes, please stay." All 3 girls responded. "My last orders have not changed. I still need to find out what happened to Shelter 3 and their reclaims group." Miller explained, taking his rifle from 124 and slinging it on his shoulder. "Those who gave you those orders are most likely not even alive anymore." Anna protested. "New Haven, I am sure, has many more mutants." Nora tried to convince Miller to stay. Tina began to tear up. "I don't want you and 124 to go." "I understand." Julius stood up and reached out his hand to Miller. "Complete your mission, but we all hope you will return." Anna stepped up to Miller, taking his hand too. She looked at him deeply into his eyes for a moment. "I really want you to come back safely. I still owe you one of my cooked breakfasts." Nora gently moved Anna aside, leaned up to Miller, and gave him a kiss on his right cheek. "I still get up earlier than her." Miller smiled. Tina, with watery eyes, approached Miller, and standing on her toes, gave him a gentle kiss on his lips. Saying nothing, she then went and hugged 124. "We will miss you too." 124 gave what sounded like a mechanical whimper. "Don't worry, we'll both come back." Leaving the hotel and the Branch family, Miller took his helmet from the robot. With his helmet on, he checked his GPS and scanned the parkway ahead of them. They used the north side exit ramp to get back onto Route 15, continuing their journey to New Haven.